production.
Yo, what's going on? We're gonna go over Lmnd. I got a few other stocks I'm gonna go over too in the next couple of videos I'll make tonight, but we're starting off with Lmnd, and the reason why I like this chart. One, I'm biased, right? This chart is what gave me my 10 bagger option trade, the 10x options trade. So I hit over 1,000% on that option trade. You could scroll back down in my videos to find it because I did post about it. But that's why I'm biased to this name. So I like to keep it on the watch list, always paying attention because there's opportunities that could for sure come up again in this name, right? Just because the market's been crappy over the past little bit doesn't mean stocks aren't yielding opportunities for us. They definitely are. So again, this has been consolidating, right, since January last year. So it's over a year now that we've been in this downtrend, right? And now I'm going to pull up this chart because I think it's a interesting way to, look at this, right? We've got something similar here where we have this cycle of emotions in the market, right? You see us hit peak euphoria. And when we look back at this chart, it makes so much sense. Like, right, we have this huge bullish push, leads us right up to all-time highs, which is around $180. And that's from like 55 bucks. Like, that's a big move, right? 200% move. So this creates a lot of euphoria in the stock. We then start to see the turnaround though, right? Two massive wicks up here, followed by bearish engulfing that leads us kind of into this downtrend, right? But then when we look at that chart, it really is very similar here. So what we're watching now is we want to see this base, right? This base over here is when people are way less likely to want to invest, right? This is where people are scared. This is where people don't believe that things are going to be happening, right? Oh, look, this stock's a bust. Right? Look, it was once at 180 and now it's at 19. It's down X%. It's a bust. This is when stocks are most likely to get that bounce now because the psychology of it has changed, right? Down 91%. This is another reason why Lmnd is on my radar. I do think the risk to reward opportunity now is a lot more worth investing and going for that trade, right? So this is something we want to pay attention to in the coming weeks, right? Is this going to get that turnaround like this stock emotions chart or the stock market cycle chart, right? I'm referring to this, right? So I like to have this, right? Look at this every once in a while to see like, right? There's a few different ones you could look at, but I think it's interesting how accurate it can track your emotions and how things are happening, right? But again, pretty soon I think we're going to get that turnaround. What we'll be looking for to see if that's going to happen, we want to see the 8 EMA cross over that 20 EMA or 20 SMA, right? The bullish cross, something like this over here where the 8 crosses above the 20 and we get that use of support on the 8 EMA. I've been saying this a lot in my past few videos because I think that's going to be a telltale sign to see if these stocks got the right amount of demand and if things have switched up, right? The trends might have changed. So this is what I'm looking at. We have a falling wedge pattern going on. This falling wedge pattern is on a weekly time frame, and we're starting to see these bullish indications that there's going to be a turnaround. We have this back in March, mid-March, the bullish engulfing that covered 1, 2, 3 weeks. We then fizzled sideways, came back down into the same range and got a hammer candlestick with this wick that's telling us we're rejecting prices. Same here, another hammer. We're rejecting lower prices when we look at these, right? We then consolidate over another few weeks, and then we create this morning star candlestick pattern. So what we want to see is there going to be follow through, get that breakout, back test, and then go. This is the level we'll be watching, right? This is that $30 range where that's our nearest resistance right now. So we want to pay attention. We look at the daily time frame and it's a little bit more clear to see, right? Prices are tightening now. It's developing some sort of a base. Why and how can we tell? The volume that's getting picked up as soon as we get to these low levels is kind of indicating to us that people are buying shares. There is a swap, right, from supply to demand. People are gathering around this range. So again, we want to see that breakout, the back test, and the go. In this area, we could use a different indicator here. This was just a horizontal line, but we could use the rectangle here and kind of get an idea of this range, right? So that's anywhere from maybe 25 to 28. That, in my opinion, is going to be our resistance. Shorter term resistance will be in this zone here, which is the 23. But for the most part, it's an interesting stock. It's a great mover for options. Again, scroll back. If you do have the time and you're watching this, scroll back on my page. You'll find something along the lines of options trade, 10x options trade, something like that. It was on this name, on Lemonade, and I was paying attention to this stock chart and the pattern that was going on here. So could be a similar situation going on again, right? It likes to have nice clean moves after breakouts. So we'll be watching to see if that happens here in the next coming weeks on Lemonade. Peace.